What it do, skibbity boo? It's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at the closer look Tiamat. I believe they're going to be releasing her kit later on in the day. If you are new to the channel, I upload Smite videos every single day, so if you're looking to expand your daily Smite, make sure you subscribe and check out more content. So let's go ahead and jump into the closer look. Who is Tiamat? One of the oldest mythologies in the entire world describes the creation of this mortal realm we know of. These stone tablets of Babylon describe the very beginning of it all. There was only chaos. Until Tiamat arrived, she destroyed the chaos and filled the cosmic void with the water of the salt sea. From her came everything, including the first gods who quickly rose against her in defiance. From her anger, she spawned a variety of monsters to fight back against the betraying gods. Now Tiamat joins the gods of Smite to once again wage war with any deity that might stand against her. Our vision. Tiamat is described as a woman, a mother, a goddess, but with the appearance of a dragon or sea serpent. This has led her to have quite an array of visual interpretations. We specifically wanted to focus on her monstrous form, and we set out to make a divinely unique creature for our first Babylonian goddess. Themes. The theme is creation. Tiamat birthed the gods, monsters, and even the planet itself. She's a primordial force of creation. She can use this power to destroy, undo, or unmake anything in the universe. Visuals, monstrous yet elegant, a dragon but also so much more. Tiamat has influence from a variety of aquatic creatures within her design, as well as the jewelry of Babylonian royalty. Her personality, conflicted. Tiamat is a primordial beast. She is primal and fueled by instinct. However, she strives so hard to be calm and collected. As much as she yearns to be a political mastermind, she's bound to show her true self eventually. Perspective, a savior? When things look their darkest, this new goddess arrived to bring back light to the earth. The gods are grateful to her, for now. The goddess of the Salt Sea arrives in the Smite universe on the brink of destruction. Cthulhu, the great dreamer, has slowly rotted the minds of even the most powerful gods. Losing followers in droves, the desperate gods turn to fighting amongst themselves, causing widespread chaos. Amaterasu, and thus the sun itself, has fallen. Zeus and Oleron struggle to hold the world together and push back against Cthulhu in any way, but they have ultimately failed. When Tiamat awakes, she recreates the world to fit her desire. She banishes Cthulhu back to the depths from which he came. She restores the gods to their former glory. She wants them to trust her. Trust is the first step to worship, and she intends to have all gods soon bowing down to her supreme rule. Will the gods of Smite accept this paradise she has created, or will they foolishly rise against her like the gods of the old days did? Artistic process. Designing Tiamat's visuals brought many unique challenges. We knew we wanted a generally reptilian start, but there were a lot of additional decisions to make beyond that point. We experimented a lot, adding a variety of symbolic and thematic visuals. In these iterations, you can see energy symbols inspired by cuneiform, mammalian features like fur, also as well as aquatic features like fins and tendrils. Tiamat was planned to include all of these, so nothing was specifically added or cut, but instead a lot of work went into exactly how we would feature them. We experimented with a variety of body shape details as well as different ways of representing the wide array of animal features. We focused more towards the presentation that felt wise and enlightened. This would provide a strong contrast for when she unleashes her rage. Tiamat does not destroy things, she undoes them. Where other dragons would leave ash in their wake, Tiamat instead leaves a alternate reality, a world where the target of her Eyrie never existed at all. This combination of beast and elegance comes together in a final art concept for Tiamat, a visual representation we are quite excited to provide for such a legendary goddess. Perhaps the most difficult of them all was the posture. Tiamat should be designed as a primordial and beastly force, yet she also needed to carry herself with enough grace and poise to meet our goals. Gameplay. The design team had been hard at work on her kit before the concept phase had started and had planned for her to be a stance changer. We always aim for story, theme, visuals, and gameplay to align, and for Tiamat we focused all of these around her conflicted personality. Tiamat will have two stances based on her flying and ground postures. Her flying stance will be elevated and elegant, while the ground stance will be her on all fours, raging and roaring. Her conflicted personality literally translated into her kit by allowing her to show both sides of herself in gameplay. Tiamat is a flexible mage, likely playable in the mid lane, but potentially flexing into jungle or solo. When in flying stance, Tiamat will focus more on long-range magical damage. When in the ground stance, her passive will pivot to provide her stacks of a buff that provide damage mitigation, and her abilities become closer range. Unique gameplay features: a unique scale and shape larger than most gods, but not as large as Jormungandr or Cthulhu. A completely new type of stance switching tied to movement abilities, a hybrid class that can be DPS mage or a battle mage, the ability to choose between 3 unique pets to spawn within a single ability, the ability to duplicate jungle buff drops, gaining 1 for herself but still leaving 1 on the ground for allies to pick up, a unique line attack that charges up, firing more rapid fire shots based on the charge, the mother of monsters, the goddess of the salt sea, Tiamat, the first Babylonian goddess, will be ruling over the battleground of the gods this February. Will you serve graciously, or will you rise up to dethrone her? There was a lot to unpack there, and I'm glad you stuck through it. These videos are always very interesting to make, to hear the designer's thoughts behind how they make a god. From the visual process, to the lore about the god, to some hints at the gameplay. I believe there are patch notes coming out today, so they should be going over the full kit for Tiamat. Tiamat sounds like a very fun god. My guess on the patch notes is that they're also going to be nerfing Mannequin Mace, probably giving some buffs to Vampiric Shroud, and adjusting a lot of the other starter items. I am very excited for the release of Tiamat. I think she's going to be a very fun god. I think that the addition of the new Babylonian faction is also a nice addition. If you saw in some of the video, there's also going to be the release of King Gilgamesh. The only thing that we know about King Gilgamesh right now is that he is a warrior, and that he has a sword, and hopefully it catches on fire like in this cinematic trailer. Tiamat has a really cool ability, or passive, I'm not exactly sure, but she's able to duplicate buffs that are on the ground. So I imagine that if she's starting in mid lane, she's going to be able to duplicate the red buff and allow the hunter to go to their lane with red, while also going to her lane with red. Well, that is going to be the end of this video. If you are new to the channel, I upload Smite videos daily. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. Smite is a very complicated game, and one of the hardest things to learn is how to build. A lot of items changed this season, and there's a lot of new additions, such as the starter items. I mainly focus on Conquest, so if this is something that you're interested in, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.